Subject is computer application. So first we will discuss what is computer and what is computer hardware, because these are the two main important things like hardware and software of the computer. So when we talk about the computers, it is a versatile electronic device that have become an integral part of our modern world, because computers are used everywhere in this era. They process vast amount of data and execute tasks or processes based on their instructions. So there are some basic units of the computer like center processing units, peripheral devices, memory, etc. The main component of the computer is basically center processing unit. It means the CPU. So CPU can perform the basic operations of arithmetic operations, logical operations, micro operations, and control data flow making in the primary processing unit. So CPU can play the role, and when we talk about the an operating system, or we can say that the interface, the OS is the interface between the user and the machine. Machine is basically a computer hardware. So it is basically, when we talk about the hardware part, the random access memory, read only memory, hard drives, SSD, storage device are the main part of the computer. So computer hardware, it refers to the physical component that constitute a computer system. Computer can be built using the two devices like computer hardware and the computer software. The CPU is also called the brain of the computer that execute our instructions. And when we talk about the memories, the memory and the hard disk are the main part of the computer that can store our data. So additionally, when we talk about the other devices like peripheral device, like input devices, output devices, keyboards, printers, mouse are the basic devices that uses by the users to interact with the hardware. When we talk about the CPU, there are the key aspects of CPU that include the processing power. CPU has the processing power like in the gigahertz. Higher clock speed indicate faster processing capabilities. So this is the key specification of the computer of the CPU. Second one is the core. The modern CPU have the multiple processing units like cores, dual core, quad core, even the core count CPUs are common, allowing the CPU to handle multiple tasks. Using the cores, we can handle the multiple tasks and improve our system performance. Third one is the instruction set. The instruction set is basically for the instruction set architecture. These are used in the x86 and the ARM processor. These are the processor. And when we talk about the cache memory, it is the smallest memory in the computer that can handle our data, or we can say that the frequent access data we can handle using the cache memory. Fifth point is the arithmetic and logical units. These units are used to perform the task like the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and the logical operations also. Next one is the fetch, decode, execute cycle. When we execute any instruction in the computer, there are some cycles are there. First one is the fetching cycles, second one is the decode cycle, and third one is the execute cycle. After execution, process will be completed. So when we talk about the memory, these are some key features of the RAM. Like RAM is basically a crucial component of computer in memory hierarchy. This is the part of the primary memory. There are some features like speed. It means the speed is faster, volatility, capacity, dual channel, and the DIMM. These capacity of the RAM that can handle our speed our data. These are the port and the connectors. There are the type of ports. When we talk about the USB, HDMI, and the display port, these ports are basically for the communication of the our informations. Like USB, we can used for the high range of peripherals, including the hard drives, keyboards, mic, printers, and many more. When we talk about the HDMI, it is used for the audio and the video signals. When we talk about the display ports, it also supports the resolutions and the refresh rate. Some of the other ports are the audio jacks and the Ethernet ports. When we talk about the motherboard, there are some components of the motherboard like CPU sockets, RAM slots, expansion slots, chipset, connectors, and BIOS. BIOS is basically basic input output system that is initialize the computer during the boot process. When we start our computers, there are some booting process, and BIOS can help on this booting process. When we talk about the switches mode supply, that is the SMPS for the switched mode power supply for the required to computer integral component. Some of the key features like power conversion, efficiency, watting rating, and the connectors. This is the disk drivers like HDD, that is the hard disk drive. Second one is the solid state drive. Third one is the optical drive. Fourth one is the floppy disk, and fifth one is the external disk driver. These are the disk driver used to store and retrieve our data when we need it. These drives have come in different formats and different technologies. Thank you.